And we back. Now today, we're resetting the NBA. We're going back to 2002, 2003, and seeing how the NBA will play out, all right? So about a week ago, I was hit up by our friend Dustin. He created this entire 2002, 2003 NBA roster. I'll put his name in the description for you Xbox users that want to try around with this roster. But this is the year before LeBron James was drafted. So we're going that far back, and what we're going to do, we can continue to load in the draft class from 2003, 2004, 2005, all the way up till we get to 2019. Now, this is not going to be a one video thing because it's going to take us a long time to get to 2019. So it may be a two-parter, a three-parter, or whatever, but we're trying to see what the league will be like 1 year before LeBron, and then where will LeBron get drafted to, and how everything will unfold. So first thing we got to do, we got to go all the way down and load in the 2003 draft class, of course, that being the LeBron draft. Let's take a look at the scouting. We got LeBron, Dwayne Wade, Carmelo Anthony. There's going to be a decent amount of auto-generated people too, but Nick Collison, David West. So we got Darko, Luke Ritnow. Like, we got some hoopers here, so we just have to see who gets the first pick. Who's going to get the generational superstar in LeBron James? But let me show y'all this roster. This is my first time using it, so I can't say everything is 100% accurate, but you can tell that Dustin put a lot of time into this. So our 2002-2003 Chicago Bulls looking like this. It's looking pretty bad. We got a young Jamal Crawford. Jamal Crawford is 22 years old this year. That's crazy. Eddie Curry. Of course, he's got Thomas Bryant's picture, so sometimes the pictures won't match up, but this is Eddie Curry, a young Eddie Curry, so on and so forth. But I want to take a look at who's the best player in the league right now. It's Shaq, a 30-year-old Shaq. We got a 26-year-old Tim Duncan, Allen Iverson, KG, Kobe Bryant. We got T-Mac, Vince Carter. This was the year that I started watching basketball. So my first memories come from this season. So everything looks so fresh, and it's just the perfect year for me to reset the NBA. But here are all the players, baby. This is about to be super, super fun. Antoine Walker when he was a dog. You know, Steve Francis. Oh, man. Peja Stojakovic is in the league. Stephon Marbury. Antoine Jameson, he's got Vince Carter's picture. But again, sometimes the pictures won't match up. Steve Nash. This is about to be a lot of fun. So we're going to see how free agency works out here. We're going to see a bunch of different stuff. I actually don't want to be in control of any team. I kind of just want the league to fall for itself, because a lot of things happen since then, obviously, that can change the course of the NBA. For example, when we talk about our Chicago Bulls, we were projected to have, I think, like the 11th pick that year. We ended up with Derrick Rose. So back when we go through this year, or this series right here, we're probably not going to end up with Derrick Rose. The Cavs may not even end up with LeBron. Let's take a look at their team. They got Big Z, Ricky Davis. Oh, their team is terrible. A young Carlos Boozer. So they may end up with LeBron, but only time will tell. I'm going to continue to simulate the entire season. We'll be back when the offseason hits, and that's when things are really going to go down. So Shaq won MVP. Deshaun Stevenson won Rookie of the Year, I guess. Sixth man went to Joe Smith. Former first overall pick, Joe Smith. KG, Defensive Player of the Year. KG, Most Improved. And randomly Coach of the Year. All NBA teams. Jason Kidd, Baron Davis, Sharif Abdur-Rahim, Tim Duncan, and Shaq. That's weird that he's first team. What type of numbers did he put up to be first team All-NBA? Whoa. All right, we're going to look at a lot of people's stats. That's crazy. AI, T-Mac, KG, C-Web, and Powell, second team. Third team, Paul Pierce. Paul Pierce is a guard? Shooting guard / small forward, I guess. Kenyon Martin, Dirk, Rasheed Wallace, and defensive teams. I guess y'all don't really care about that. This is what the playoffs look like. 2002-2003 Sacramento Kings, the first seed in the West. And at the East, it's the Wizards. Who do the Wizards have that made them the first seed? Let's take a look at the league leaders, though. AI led the league in scoring with averaging about 28 and 6. Paul Pierce was second. Shaq and Kobe 4 and 5. Rip Hamilton. This is really cool to see, man. Shout out to Dustin again for creating this. Michael Redd and Ray Allen on the same squad. But who the heck do the Wizards have that they're the number 1 seed in the league right now? 40-year-old Michael Jordan. Wow. I swear I thought this was going to be Bill Russell. Byron Russell. Wow. A 40-year-old Jordan? First seed? I can't believe that. And he's going against AI. And it was the Kings. The Kings win the championship. In real life, I'm pretty sure the Spurs won it in 2002, 2003. And in here, they didn't even make the playoffs. So history is a little bit different. Shout out to C-Web getting the ring. Maybe this ring can help him make the Hall of Fame and when he retires. All right, let's see who is retiring. This is the last year of John Stockton and Karl Malone. They're obviously 40 and 41 years old. Mark Jackson, Sean Elliott, Charles Oakley, Kevin Willis, Scottie Pippen into his career. Artemis Sabonis, Chris Childs. Y'all know Chris Childs? He was a 60-something overall, but his two-piece was some nasty. And those are all the people that retired that season. Now, who's going to get LeBron? That's what we worried about. Who's going to get that first overall pick? It seems like the Jazz have the highest overall potential to get him with 25% because, of course, they had an old Karl Malone and the old John Stockton. And it's going to be the Jazz. Jazz fans get LeBron. The Knicks were close. They end up with a third overall pick. What if they don't take LeBron first? They do. Carmelo goes to the Nuggets. See, sometimes history is going to repeat itself. Carmelo goes to the Nuggets. The Knicks get Dwayne Wade. All right. David West goes to the Magic. Kendrick Perkins goes to the Grizzlies. Luke Rittenhouse goes to the Trailblazers. Nick Collison goes to the Pistons instead of the Supersonics. Darko Milicic, instead of being one of the top overall picks, he followed to 21 to the Raptors. And then Luke Walton goes to the Lakers. Okay. Cal Korver goes to the Pacers. Any second round picks that we should be worried about? Brian Cook, Zaza Pachulia. So I want to go to free agency. Let's see who the top free agent guys is this year. So we got Jermaine O'Neal, 91 overall, Rashad Lewis, Steve Francis, Sam Cassell, Sean Marion, Ron Artest, Gary Payton. So we got some big names out there on the market. So I'm going to simulate like halfway through here, and we're going to see where players end up going. We're 7 days into free agency. So Baron Davis stays with the Hornets. Oh, Jermaine O'Neal and Carmelo making a two-man duo. Rashad Lewis goes to the Spurs. Steve Francis stays with the Rockets. Sean Marion goes to the Pacers. Ron Artest goes to the Pistons. All right, they get a little bit of grit. The Timberwolves sign to old Gary Payton. James Posey goes to the Pistons as well with Ron Artest. The Bulls sign Michael Redd. It fits. Like Brandon, Michael Redd plays for the Bulls who wear the color red. Come on. The branding is going to be nice. Steven Jackson goes to the Hawks. Brad Miller goes to the Clips. All right, so the 2004 draft has Dwight Howard, Emeka Okafor, Iggy, Sean Livingston, Luol Deng, Al Jefferson, Josh Smith, J.R. Smith, Kevin Martin, Jameer Nelson. Who else? Trevor Reeves is in here. Devin Harris. It's a pretty decent draft class. Tony Allen. You know, maybe not the superstars like we got with LeBron, Carmelo, and Dwayne Wade, but we got some decent role players in here alongside, D12, who ended up being, multiple-time All-Star, Defensive Player of the Year. Let's see how things go. Kevin Garnett got traded to the Celtics. Like those big-time trades we remember from these time periods aren't going to happen. I'm sure there will be some trades, but not those big-time ones, as the Lakers have Derek Fisher, Kobe, Devin George, Robert Horry, and Shaq. Oh, man, this team is looking good. And then now they got a young Luke Walton to add to the bunch. All right, so we're going to simulate this entire season, see who wins the championship, and then get back into the offseason, see where D12 gets drafted. So Jason Kidd won MVP. He averaged 21, 10, 7.72 steals. He had a great season. Next, we have Jamal Hawkins stealing Rookie of the Year from LeBron James. I'm not going to actually override it, but where's LeBron? What the heck? Where's LeBron? All right. Penny Hardaway wins 6th Man of the Year. Tim Duncan defense player. I don't care about anything. Where the heck is LeBron? He played for the Jazz, so let's go over to the Jazz's team. He's here. And he averaged 23. So, how are you telling me 2K, what the heck is going? Okay, let's go over to rookie report. And none of the real people are on here. 2K. That blows my mind, man. That just made things so much worse. The fact that LeBron can't win Rookie of the Year. Or next year, Dwight Howard won't be able to win Rookie of the Year. So what I'm coming to the conclusion is that if he is a real person, even though we loaded in the right draft class, he can't win Rookie of the Year. So it has to be one of the auto-generated people. Which is, that's crazy to me. LeBron deserved Rookie of the Year. So we're going to say in our head, LeBron won Rookie of the Year, okay? So we're here in 2003, 2004 playoffs. And real life, this is the year that the Detroit Pistons beat the Lakers in the finals. So we'll see if that reacts itself, because, I mean, both of those teams are in the playoffs. Again, Allen Iverson leads the league in scoring. Carmelo averaged 30. So maybe Carmelo deserved Rookie of the Year. He averaged 30 and 6 and 5. So yeah, that season looks better than rookie LeBron James season. So let's say Melo won Rookie of the Year. Kobe averages 30. Vince Carter averages 28. That's crazy. LeBron 24, 5 and 5, and then Melo 30, 5 and 6. Like, and shooting 50% from the field. Melo just said, "Let me take over." Shooting guard wise. Then we had Dwayne Wade here. He averaged 20. So shout out to that big three. And now we're just about to see who wins the championship. So the Pistons did make it to the finals, but they got swept by Stephon Marbury and company. Stephon Marbury, Amari Stoudemire, Barbosa, Meta Okura, old Penny Hardaway. Penny Hardaway got a championship. Is that a young Joe Johnson? It is a 22-year-old Joe Johnson. So shout out to the Suns. They win the championship. They beat the Detroit Pistons. And boom, let's see who retires this year. Hakeem Olajuwon calls it a wrap. Danny Manning, Horace Grant, Glenn Rice, Clip Robinson, Tim Hardaway Sr., Nick Anderson. MJ says that's enough. All right, the lottery. Who's going to end up with Dwight Howard? Because that's basically all that matters in this draft class. No disrespect to the rest. The Heat have the #1 pick. Then the Bucks, then the Sonics, then the Magic. But let's see if they actually take Dwight Howard, because they could go with Emeka Okafor, I guess. I mean, Emeka Okafor did end up winning Rookie of the Year that year, right? So they could go with it. Dwight Howard went 6th. So Al Jefferson, a bunch of generated dudes. Iggy goes to Orlando. J.R. Smith goes to Cleveland. All right. Dwight Howard goes to the Pacers. Kevin Martin with the Mavericks. The Knicks pick up Sean Livingston. Luol Deng goes to the Hawks. The Jazz pick up Emeka Okafor. So now they have LeBron and Emeka Okafor, which is pretty cool. Jameer Nelson goes to the Trailblazers. Who else is in this draft class that we said? Trevor Ariza goes to the Rockets. Devin Harris to Grizzlies. Tim Duncan is a free agent. KG, Jason Kidd, Elton Brand. When I say we rewriting the NBA, if Tim Duncan doesn't re-sign with the Spurs, oh my God, the NBA is going to be in shambles. So let's see where he ends up going. We're going to simulate a couple days in. Day 8, Tim Duncan still don't have a job. Nobody offered Tim Duncan anything. Okay, or KG, or Elton Brand, or Antonio McDyess. But Jason Kidd goes to the Jazz. The Jazz have sophomore LeBron, Jason Kidd, Emeka Okafor. They trying to put together some type of dynasty there. Rip Hamilton goes to the Supersonics. Rasheed Wallace with the Trailblazers. Jason Terry goes to the Hornets. Wally Zerviak stays with the Timberwolves. Vlade stays with the Kings. Lamar Odom goes to the Clips. I can't believe. Let me go look at that Jazz team, man. Let me go see what this Jazz team got. They still got AK-47. They probably running LeBron at the 4, maybe. Or AK-47 at the 4. Quentin Richardson and a young Emeka Okafor. They got Ty Lue. Raja Bell. Yo, that team is looking spectacular. But the real question is, where's Tim Duncan going to go? Or would this be that occasion? Do y'all remember that video from a few weeks ago? Kevin Durant was a free agent and he didn't sign anywhere. Nobody offered him a contract. If they did that to Tim Duncan, I'm going to be upset. I'm going to be upset. if Tim Duncan doesn't end up somewhere. So let's see what Tim Duncan ended up. Go to all players. He went to the Orlando Magic. The Magic get him a big contract, a 4-year contract. The Orlando Magic have Tim Duncan. Tim Duncan, T-Mac, David West, Iggy, and an older Grant Hill. Being good is good. That'll get you Drew Gooden. Oh my God. This team, okay, let's take a look around the league. This team has a whip. They're probably going to run Tim Duncan at the center because they got Stephen Hunter as their only center. So Tim Duncan at the point guard. They got Gennaro Pargo, which ain't the greatest, but I mean, T-Mac and Iggy, Grant Hill. Oh my God, that team is good. So what else is looking good? Dirk and Steve Nash are still together. The Nets are looking fine, but they don't have Jason Kidd anymore. The Nuggets, they're putting together something special too. Sean Marion, Dwight Howard. This team is looking decent, but they're a couple years away because Dwight Howard is only 82. Chauncey Billups, this team just made it to the finals, so they're still going to be pretty solid this year. The Raptors pick up Kevin Garnett. Kevin Garnett and Vince Carter, both in their prime, 28 years old. They got Alvin Williams, kind of old, but like the rest of their team is kind of trash. They got a young Darko, but that don't matter. But they got this two-headed monster that may lead them into like real contention. Yao Ming, Steve Francis, Coutinho Mobley all together. AI still don't got that much help. Speaking of no help, Jesus Christ, Ray Allen, get out of there. He was on the last year of his deal. Get out of there. Your second best player is Birdman? Yikes. Yikes. Wow. He better be averaging like 30 though. He averaged 25 last year. And that's pretty much it. All right. So again, we're going to get to simulating. Let's look at the prospects this year. We got Danny Granger, Chris Paul, Marvin Williams, Raymond Felton, Channing Frye, Gerald Green, Lou Will. All right. Lou Will is in here. Jared Jack, Rodney Turioff, Jason Maxill, Jan Mahimi, CJ Miles. So we're getting to the point where we're getting a lot more current day NBA players. So Ertan Ilyasova, Marcin Gortat. But those are the big name players. We got Amir Johnson down there too. I'm going to simulate this season. Let's see who ends up where. KG wins MVP with his new team. That's just a weird, oh my God, it's the weirdest scene in my life. Seeing him in a Raptors jersey. See, again, the auto-generated people are going to win the awards of Rookie of the Year, which sucks. We'll actually determine who should deserve it. AK-47, 6-man. Tim Duncan, Defensive Player of the Year. That's so weird, too. Most Improved went to Wade. Look at Wade in that jersey. Knicks fans. He averaged 26 for y'all. Tyronn Lue wins Coach of the Year, which is funny because Tyronn Lue is in the league right now, so he's coaching and he's playing for two different teams. Dwayne Wade, first team All-NBA. Carmelo, second team All-NBA. No LeBron. Okay. Hey, LeBron being showed up by other people in his draft class, man. LeBron almost got his first ring, year number 2 or 3, 2 or 3. But the Raptors win. Vince Carter and KG. What did I say? That team was going to play themselves into being good. And the rest of their team was trash, but you got that two-headed monster. And I guess I said Alvin Williams was okay. He's old and all, but he was hooping. And LeBron and company almost get a championship, and he starts off his career 0-1. There it is right there. Jason Kidd put up 14 and 18 in that Game 7, but they lose by 4. Now, in real life, this was a year that the Spurs won it, but y'all know, as we were writing everything, with Tim Duncan being in Orlando, the Spurs probably not winning the championship in this whole series. But there we go. All right, who's retiring? Alvin Johnson. Gary Payton says that's enough after 15 years. Who else? Anybody else worth mentioning? Not really. Shout out John Barry. Why I ain't heard the name in a minute. Shout out John Barry and Papa Jones. As we get to who's going to have his first overall pick. The Bucks at a highest chance, and they ended up with the 4th pick. The Bucks suck, man. I hope Ray Allen don't resign. And the Knicks get the first pick, so they parent somebody alongside Dwayne Wade. The Lakers will get pick number 2. Do the Lakers not have... Hold on, why did the Lakers get the 2nd pick? They still got Shaq and Kobe. Are y'all trying to tell me that team didn't make the playoffs with Shaq and Kobe still being there? Wow, they were the worst team in the West with Shaq and Kobe. I don't know, man. They may need to make a trade like they did in real life or something. I don't know. But all right, Let's see who ends up being the first overall pick. Again, we got like Chris Paul. We got a lot of good guys in this draft class. And the first pick ends up being Chris Paul. So Chris Paul, Dwayne Wade, and the Garden. The Lakers pick up Marvin Williams. That's kind of an L. But who else in here could they could have picked up Lou Will. Danny Granger ended up having a pretty decent career before the injuries took him basically. Gerald Green is down there, but they went. Ooh, that's tough. Marvin Williams. I mean, hey, it is what it is. Now let's see who the top free agents of this draft or this offseason is. I think I'm going to do 5 seasons per video, and then we're going to break it into 3 videos, y'all. So they should be pretty long. Ray Allen. He's got one offer. Please don't let it be the Bucks. It is the Bucks. He's going to re-sign with the Bucks, ain't he? Steve Nash, Marcus Camby, Jerry Stackhouse, Gilbert Arenas, AK-47, Shane Battier. So we got a lot of decent guys in there. So let's simulate, again, like 7 to 8 days into it. We'll see who ends up where. Sure, you can sign that bum. Ray Allen still ain't signed. Okay, but Allen Iverson resigns. Kobe resigns. Powell stays with the Grizzlies. Right, he's been there his entire career so far. Steve Nash goes to the Heat. Tony Parker resigns. I just want to see where Ray Allen ends up. So I went to the Bucks. Ray Allen is not there, so we'll see where did Ray Allen end up signing. Shooting guards. He went to Houston. Okay, so the Houston Rockets pick up Ray Allen. Let's take a quick glance around the league and see if there's any other big players this year that I think could be like real contention to win. Because we had some big name free agents move teams. Like Steve Nash went to the Heat, but this team don't take. I mean, they're like a playoff team, but I don't know if they win in the championship. Who else? Emeka Okafor is getting pretty good in Charlotte. This team is always going to be good. LeBron is a 95 now. They got to hurry up, though. Jason Kidd is 32. He going to start to regress eventually, so they got to try to win that championship sooner than later. Dwayne Wade, Chris Paul, AK-47, Allen Houston. Who they center, though? Calvin Cato. I have no idea who that is. No idea who that is. So they need to work on that center position. Kobe and Shaq are still together. Kobe re-signed, but Shaq's got 2 years left on his deal, so we don't know what's going to happen there. T-Mac and Tim Duncan are still here together. The Raptors won a championship, right? Did they make any big moves? Not really. No big moves. They still got the same roster. So we loaded in the 2006 draft class. This one has Brandon Roy, Rudy Gay, LaMarcus Aldridge, Rajon Rondo, J.J. Redick, Kyle Lowry, Paul Millsap. Like, we're starting to get into some real good draft classes, man. Thabo Sefolosha, Bogdanovich, Boobie Gibson, Leon Poe. Yo, those are some names, man, that, again, I ain't heard in a very, very long time. But it seemed like that's pretty much it as far as the real good guys. The rest seem to be auto-generated. So let's see who wins the championship in 2005, 2006. KG wins back-to-back MVPs. Zach Randolph, 6th Man of the Year. TD wins. Has anybody ever called him TD? That sounds weird. Tim Duncan wins Defensive Player of the Year. Most Improved went to somebody that doesn't matter. And our coach, the Bulls coach, wins Coach of the Year. We ended up being the 1 seed. I say we, but y'all know I'm not controlling this team. So they ended up being the 1 seed with Jalen Rose, Michael Redd, and Tyson Chandler. So there's that. Who led the league in scoring this year? We take a look at our rookies, of course, too. It was Carmelo again, Paul Pierce. Then we had Kobe, LeBron, Pedro Stojakovic, and Allen Iverson. I'm trying to think. The 2005 draft class, we want to see what the Knicks look like. Chris Paul averages 18 and 8. Pretty good there. All right. So let's see who wins the championship. Oh, my God. The Bulls are in the finals, and they're going against the Warriors. Uh-oh. And the Bulls win their first championship since Jordan with Tyson Chandler. Tyson Chandler being their best player. We rewriting history, and it's going very, very, very weird. The Bulls win the finals. Wow. All right. Who's retiring? Dikembe Mutombo, Sean Kemp, Anthony Mason. May he rest in peace. I'm pretty sure he passed away a few years ago. Christian Laettner, Robert Horry, Rick Fox, Robert Pack. Tony Kukoc retires with Charles Sprewell. Let's see who wins the draft lottery. It will be the Bucks. The Bucks have been in the lottery for like 5 years now. So they finally win. They finally win the lottery so they can get that first pick. And who is it projected to be? It's projected to be Brandon Roy. Okay. All right. I like it. I like it. So let's go to the draft and see if it actually It is Brandon Roy. And I think after this year, it will be one more year that we're going to call it a video and then come back in a few days to wrap it up. So they did take Brandon Roy, the first overall pick. The Timberwolves take Rudy Gay. Rajon Rondo ends up in Cleveland. J.J. Redick goes to the Knicks. So now they have Chris Paul, J.J. Redick, and Dwayne Wade. That's kind of weird because none of them are big enough to play small forward. So J.J.'s going to come off that bench. LaMarcus goes to the Clippers, which is a crazy good pick at number 5. Kyle Lowry goes to the Nets. Paul Millsap goes to the 76ers. What else we got here? Thabo Sefolosha goes to the Pacers. Paul Millsap going to the 76ers is going to be pretty cool for Allen Iverson to have somebody else there. Yeah, he is a rookie, so it's going to take a few years for him to get to the Paul Millsap we know. But it's just good that Allen Iverson got something because he been on his own. But let's see who signs where. I didn't even see who the top names were. So Jermaine O'Neal re-signs with the Nuggets. Amari Stoudemire re-signs. The Pacers pick up Shawn Marion. Everybody, it looks like everybody's pretty much re-signing, which sucks. I want to see people move left and right, baby. I want to see new players and new teams, but that ain't really the case. It is what it is, though. All right, so we're going to load in the... Are we at 2007 already? I think we're already at 2007, and then it'll be our last year, and then we'll call it a video. And then it'll be 2008 to like 2013, and then 2013 all the way up to 2019. That's how we're going to do it. So let me load in this draft class, and we'll see who we get. I don't even remember who's in this year. Kevin Durant. Yes. The next superstar is here. Mike Conley, Al Horford, Greg Oden, Marc Gasol, Joakim Noah. This draft class, I like it. Jeff Green, Brandon Wright, Thad Young, Nick Young. Oh, yeah. So it's the tankathon for Kevin Durant. That's really what it's about. Okay. So we'll see who wins the sweepstakes, the KD sweepstakes. Tim Duncan wins MVP this time. So him and KG just kind of both going crazy, I guess. Zach Randolph wins 6th man again. Tim Duncan Defensive Player of the Year again. Devin Harris wins Most Improved. And then JB Bickerstaff wins Coach of the Year. Let's see who led all leagues in scoring. I did just see LeBron make his first All-NBA team, so that's cool. He averages 27. There's so many players averaging 20+. It's crazy. And Melo is still doing his thing. They're in the playoffs. Who ended with the best records? Let's see. The Pacers and the Rockets. The Rockets just signed Ray Allen, so it makes sense. Ray Allen, Yao Ming, Trevor Ariza, Steve Francis. That's a whip. They probably win in the championship. Unless Shawn Marion. Oh, this team is the best team in the league? I mean, I guess so. I definitely didn't expect that. But then again, this Bulls team is still good, and I don't know how. The team is just very mid, but I mean, they making it work. Shout out to Donyell Marshall. Let's see who wins the championship, though. LeBron and Jason Kidd are in the finals again, and they lost. LeBron and Jason Kidd loses again to Chauncey Billups and company. Wow. LeBron starts off 0-2 in the finals. He did what he could. He averaged 31, 9, and 5. Jason Kidd is kind of old now, man. He's getting there at 34. He's still a 94 overall and everything, but wow. Jazz fans, it's like happening again, just like the 90s. Y'all get so far, and then you fall short. That's tough. Let's see who wins the Kevin Durant sweepstakes, and then we call it a video. So, the Clippers have the highest chances of it, and it will be the Clippers. The Clippers are probably going to end up with Kevin Durant. I don't know who else they got on their team. Probably nobody because they just won the lottery. But what if they decided to take someone else? What if they took Greg Oden? What if they took Greg Oden? But listen, Greg Oden's career could be completely different now. It could be completely different. Forget the injuries. Greg Oden is the MJ of this draft. Los Angeles Clippers fans will always remember this day fondly. KD fell to number 4. Oh my God. They don't even know what they just missed out on. Oh, man. All right. So lastly, we're going to go to free agency, see who signs where, and then we're calling it a video, and we will be back in a couple days. But hopefully you did enjoy this. It's been a lot of fun for me to see how things are unfolding. I mean, Kevin Durant is a part of the Grizzlies. LeBron is a part of the Jazz, playing with Jason Kidd. Like, things are going really very, very weird right now. And we ain't even got to, like, the Russell Westbrooks, the James Harden, Stephen Currys. They haven't even been in here yet. So, let's see. LeBron resigns. Vince Carter resigns. Dwayne Wade resigns. Everybody's resigning. Nobody's going anywhere different, which sucks, all right? So, we have to load in the 2008 draft, I think. And this is the year, baby. The Derrick Rose year. D. Rose, Russell Westbrook, Brook Lopez, Kevin Love, Serge Ibaka, DeAndre Jordan, Eric Gordon, Gallinari, Goran Dragic. Come on, man. Mike Beasley. Who else is in here, baby? This is the Robin Lopez. All right, the rest don't. I guess the rest don't matter too much. But this is the year where 2 top point guards are coming out, and we'll see who ends up with Derrick Rose. We'll see who ends up with Russell Westbrook. 2 future MVPs. And then we got future All-Star and Brook Lopez, future NBA champion and All-Star Kevin Love, Serge Ibaka, defensively was all that. But we'll find out in a few days. Thank y'all so much for watching. It's been Kenny. I'll be back. Peace.